Well, hello, Linda. How are you today?
I'm just great, Paula.
Great. Hey, got a couple questions for you. Seriously.
That's hard to do for us.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Okay, but let's get serious for a few minutes. Let's really help some people today.
Absolutely. I can get serious about that.
Yes, we can. Okay, so we know that your specialty, you do multiple things, but your specialty, your passion, your love is the seniors.
Yeah, and let's talk about a senior. What does that start at? A 50?
I don't know. What is a senior today?
I think 50 or 55. Yeah.
Let's say 55 and up.
Okay. Does that save you?
Whew, thank you. Yeah. So if I had parents that I was trying to transition, whether downsizing or other options, what would be the first step that you would suggest?
Well, we have to remember that with the baby boomers today, that they're also downsizing at the same time and simultaneously moving their parents,
Right.
Or helping them to make that move, and it's highly emotional for the elderly.
I totally agree.
And baby boomers, I think there's a little emotion, but they're in control a lot more. So one of the first things I would do, of course, whether it be me or another agent, is you've got to make sure you have an agent with great core values that's going to consider the fact of what's going to happen through that transition with those parents or themselves. So we have people that actually come in if they can afford it. If not, then our team just goes to work and tries to do some of the same things, and that's walk the house, make sure that we can make a plan, help them to make a plan, because it's overwhelming.
Very overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. Sometimes, for example, of just picking out a room that they never use and emptying it.
Right.
And also going through and getting the larger items out of the house that they don't want, either sell them, put it on Marketplace, help them to do that, or for them to actually have a moving company come and take them, or just donate to Salvation Army or somewhere,
Right.
Grace Center of Hope or wherever. But we do have a list of people for that and of what we can do. We also have Aaron's estate sale, which can come in. It depends on what we find in the content of the house and the size of the home and the price range of the content as well. So we have people on the staff that we know are trustworthy and helpful. And really, I think one of the most important things, if it were my parent, is I would want to know that that agent's going to communicate with me as well as my parent.
Absolutely. Both of them. Communication is huge.
That they know every step. You don't just make moves and take advantage of people by doing things you shouldn't do, or not caring, simply just not caring. So I really make sure that all the communication cautiously is put before the children as well as the parent, but never leaving the parent out where they feel that you're not addressing them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that needs to be done, and over the years we've learned, and we've actually made a pamphlet up, which is for the seniors here, which actually gives a lot of the tips, and this is on our website as well.
Okay. And your website is?
At lindarayteam.com, and we also can send it out to you, whether you want to print it off or not, or meet with you and go over what we think are the first 10 important steps to think about.
Correct.
And we are so versed in Michigan and in other states, all the warm climates for sure, but every state in the United States. And we have professionals waiting to service you second to none, the parents or the baby boomers, whomever might be moving, so that we know what they're going to get at the other end. I don't want to work real hard here and make sure it goes smoothly and earn them a good profitability and then turn around and have it misused in another state.
Absolutely.
And I also am not licensed in those states, but I have networking agents that are not only licensed, but they're senior and they're professional and been in the business as long as I have here in Michigan.
Which is huge, because you want to have the same teamwork that you had here in the same state, and also being able to go back and forth each other, because we've done that many times, and it does make it a lot easier, and everyone says it makes them have more peace about what they've done.
It is, and each one of those agents they know the area. They know what to stay away from.
Right.
They're going to account to us if they want to stay on the team with the networking with us, and vice versa. They send us clients from their states to Michigan as well,
Right.
and vice versa back. But it's not just a networking group, it's an actual professional networking group that is part of our team. So we have whatever state they're moving to, or if they're just moving from Michigan to Michigan as well. But you cannot just go get licensed in one of those states and think that you know it all, because you don't. That means you don't have any experience whatsoever. you need to pull people in and let them do it. Even their purchase agreement. When we picked up a house in Florida the other day, that we had to get some information from one of the agents there and go over their purchase agreement. And I found there's so many more things that needs to be known
I wish they would have it in ours, yes.
before they write that offer. And you just don't learn that in a day or two.
Right.
So I want my clients from here, if they're moving, maybe they're moving towards their family, their kids, whatever. I want them to know that they're being taken care of the way that I would take care of
one
them.
professional avenue to another professional avenue for
Absolutely.
all the way through.
Yes.
So we've got you covered from the minute we sit down and listen to them and see what their needs are, to helping them get people in there to help make a game plan, to helping them with movers, people to pack the items up, people to maybe transition far as even mortgages. We got several mortgage officers down
that are
in different
licensed
states,
in those states. Joe, for example, is licensed in 48 states.
Right. There are several loan officers that I have too as well. And so what happens is, so you've got them from point A to Z, and they transition over to that agent, start sending them stuff, and we help go through the whole
We
process
stay in the process.
the entire time.
Yeah, we stay in the process and overlook it. We know what's going on.
Right.
So it's a comforting thing to do, and we've started this like 3-4 years ago,
Okay.
and it's running really well.
What was the whole idea of you breaking down sections to your team for first-time buyers, seniors, and new construction and investment? What was the reason you did that?
Well, age level for one thing, and again, being a senior, I think that I have more to offer a senior, and you being a first-time buyer or a person that's moving up, you've got great experience with that. Pete has great experience with new construction. Kim covers a lot of the medium areas as well. She has a lot of patience,
Right.
so she also can do seniors and first-time buyers, and so does Shanna.
Right.
So the fact is that we are adding now the agents from Arizona and Ohio, the Carolinas.
I have a couple in Tennessee as well.
So, I mean, we're covering all the states, but I mean, where we have Zoom meetings every single month with these agents to see exactly where we are. And then we have an actual weekly call with the clients they have to see what the progress has been. And we talk to the client to see if they're happy.
Right. We've had three couples coming from Kentucky. We've just closed on in the last probably couple months. And that's exactly what we did. It was referral from us to them and making it very smooth. And they had raving reviews of how smooth it was and how they didn't have to search for a person. And they felt that they were an extended family from ours. This was a word that he used, extended family. He said, I felt that was the same people here, transitioned here. And I felt like there was nothing missed in the whole transition, which I think that was an amazing comment that he made. Because I said, I'm glad to hear that is actually that smooth to go from one point to the other.
And we have those referrals on videos to show to the people that they're not just something we made up and wrote.
Right.
They're actually real people who was happier at the end than they were in the beginning.
Well, it's nerve-wracking. That's the first thing I hear from everybody when you go in there. They're like, I don't know where to start. Is this the right move? Is this the right time? And if it's not the right time, we're going to tell you that too. And I think that's the whole thing, is being honest and just really putting their needs before our needs.
Well, the financial status of it too.
Right.
I've gone into some people's homes, and if I would have listed it and sold it, they would have been homeless.
Yeah, because
There wouldn't be
it wouldn't
anything.
fit the needs to where they need to be in
Well,
today's
no, they
market.
just wouldn't have had any money left to do it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I could have easily done it and got myself another paycheck, but that's not what we're about.
No, it's longevity in the business, because you've been in it a long time. I think that's why people have a tendency to gravitate towards us. Is not only are you part of the community, but it's also that it's your work ethic is there. They know who you are. They meet you and they resonate with who you are. And that's the good thing about this business, is there is a lot of people that you end up meeting and become great friends with, or wish you would have been friends with the whole time they were here. We hear that quite frequently.
That's true.
So it's always a great thing to do. So you shine in all avenues, but your heart is kind of with the seniors, right?
I love to work with the seniors, and again, that's anything from, again, I work with a lot of 40-year-olds, but I work with a lot of 50-year-olds and in between that older age. So, I enjoy it a lot. I have a lot to offer
But you
them.
list all price ranges, and that's a whole different listing thing. But this is, you were just kind of focusing today on what your heart is for the seniors, because each one of us, we all do a lot of listings. We go out through multiple areas, but I think we all have like a special niche in
We
us.
do. Everybody can't be a pro in everything, in every category. So I broke it down into categories so that all of our team members can cover anything that needs to be done in real estate.
Right.
But they have a specialty in that department. And when you call me, I will absolutely just send you to that particular person, just like Pete. I used to do all the new construction. Pete's become so good.
He's patient. Oh my God.
Oh my
so
goodness, he's
patient.
so good.
And creative. And that's the other thing.
Yes.
He thinks of options that most people wouldn't think of. And I hear that a lot, and they say usually a man doesn't have that, but he's got such a good insight on things, how they work and how they flow. And he learned from trial and error of building all these years of what really flows into
And making
it.
sure that people get what the builder has sold them.
Correct.
That is number one on our list, and we've always done it, and our builders give us permission to do that.
Absolutely.
The other thing is if you're looking for the hard ranch homes to find out there for our seniors, we've got them. We've built ranches. We harped on the builders for years that there was a need for ranches. And now we have, the last 3 or 4 years, we've sold a ton of ranch homes.
Yes.
Both in Macomb and Oakland County. Into Oakland Township as well, subdivision after subdivision. We've been responsible for at our Rochester locations as well. So now I'm getting calls back from them after they're 20, 25 years old, and they're colonials, their children are raised,
Right.
and now they're downsizing to ranches and would like
Our
us to
first floor
sell.
masters.
They're colonials, yep. First floor primary bedrooms there are really great. And we have some from 22, actually we've got one for 1,800 square feet now, a ranch. That's small. And they're purposely meant for seniors where they have large primary bedrooms and baths and very open concept.
Nice room for entertaining stuff.
Yes, yes. And a lanai where they can go outside and sit and maintenance free.
Right.
And
That's
maintenance
huge.
free.
That is huge.
But you can trust us. You truly can trust us. We'll come in, and I've had many times where I've had to walk out and tell the people, I'm sorry. If it were up to me, I wouldn't list the house. I'd stay right here. Maybe put a little bit of money into some repairs, but you're not going to be able to replace your home.
Right, exactly. Well, thanks again for being so honest and really having a heart for seniors. We appreciate
That's
that.
how you stay in business 48 years.
That is. And Linda, again, how can they get a hold of you?
248-709-3786. Or you can check out our website, lindarayteam.com. We have some actually really good testimonials. Again, they're all virtual, so you know they're for real. And I love that. See you later. Bye.